show where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. The Trades Union Congress has condemned the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission's announcement of a 9.86% increase in electricity tariffs and a 15.92 increase in water tariffs set to take effect from January 1st. The union cautioned that it will reject the new tariffs unless the government returns to the negotiating table to review the 9% wage adjustment for 2026, cautioning that failure to act could trigger nationwide mobilization against the new tariffs. In a statement signed by its General Secretary, he said workers cannot accept these increases unless the government comes back to the negotiating table to top up the wage increase. Anything short of that, the Trades Union Congress will mobilize workers to resist the implementation. Describing the hikes as a New Year's gift from the government, the union lamented that they coincide with the recently approved 9% increase in the national minimum wage and base pay. The TUC argued that the adjustments will erase the gains from the 2026 wage increment, noting that workers were already dissatisfied with the 9% wage increase. Rising living costs, it added that electricity rose by more than 18% in 2025, despite a 10% wage increase. The federal announced plans to hold a conference on December 8th to outline its next steps in response to what it described as obnoxious utility price increases. The Trade Union Congress is calling on the government to review or maybe have a talk with the Public Utilities and Regulatory Commission, because from next year there will be an increment in both water and electricity tariffs. So electricity will be increased to 9.86% and water will be increased to 15.92%. And the Trade Union Congress is saying that how much does the employee take home at the end of a month? Recently, there's been a 9% increase. How much does an employee take home at the end of the month? And then you are increasing water and electricity tariff in such a high manner. How do you want the employee to survive? Imagine someone living on 1,500, or someone living on 1,000 cedis, or someone living on 2,000 cedis. You have to pay your rent, you have to pay for electricity, you have to pay for water, you have to pay for transport, you have to pay for feeding. Your case is equally different when you have a family. You have to pay for the fees of this student, your child. You have to ensure that their daily needs are met. How do you want the employee to survive in such a harsh condition? Trust me, the living condition in Ghana is not something to play with. It's not something to joke with. The living condition here is very tough. Very, very tough. And sometimes you receive, even before the money drops into your account, it's finished. Because you are owing. You owe a lot of people. And you have to pay them. And now that the year is coming to an end, go and ask people. They are increasing rent fees. They are increasing rent. A colleague of mine just rented recently 2,500 for a month. The landlord is saying he's increasing it to 500. Just imagine. Are they 500 like how? You are paying 500 for a month, and how much do you receive at the end of the month? So imagine you receive 1,000 cedis, 1,500 cedis, 200 cedis, 2,000 in a month. You are paying 500 for just rent. 500 multiplied times 12. And this landlords will take a year, 1 year advance, 2 years advance, 3 years advance. And you're multiplying that 500 times 12 or that 500 times 24. Imagine the amount you are paying. How will you survive? How? And I feel like issues like this is something that we need to hammer on every day, because it's not easy. It is not. And the electricity and water we are talking about, where I stay, every Wednesday I know that in Siomba. So I have to prepare myself. From Monday to, I have water from Monday to Tuesday. From Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Siomba. And you want to increase tariff for water, and you are not considering all this. If you want to increase tariff for water and then your services are even good enough, there wouldn't be so much concern. But here lies the case. Your water comes only from Monday to Wednesday. And then from Thursday all back to Sunday, you have no water. And then you want to increase tariffs on water. How? And those are the things that consumes money a lot. They consume money, especially in Accra. And I always say this, that living here is for, if you're living in Accra, it's for legend. It's not, I'm laughing, but see, it's serious. Living in Accra is hell. It's hell. You pay for transport, you pay for rent, you pay for utilities. Every month you have to pay for your utilities, electricity, your water dues, bills. They come in, and you're supposed to pay for it. And then, Kotus come 9%. And the things we are surrounded with are not helping us. They are not helping us. At all. They are not helping. At all. So with what the trade union congress are saying, this is the right thing. The landlords, the landladies, they are killing us seriously. They are. 500 a month. Why? 600 a month. Why? Okay, for you, they take 500 a month crap for 6 months. On yet. He will tell you that he's taking 2 years. And sometimes you get to the house, and the wiring is bad. You're supposed to do it. The painting, disorganized. You're supposed to do it. You get into the room, no ceiling. And I remember when I was looking for a place, I went to a house where the house outside, the outlook of the house was very encouraging. But when you go inside, it's nothing to write home about. The ceiling, the crunch has holes in it. The woman said, goodness. She said, come and pay. When you pay, we'll use the money to do it. And sometimes you go and pay the money on Yempo. Onye. Living condition in Ghana is bad. It's bad. Please, we need to look at this. We need to do something about it. Please, if you're increasing the fare of the employee, it should be something that is encouraging enough. Something that is encouraging. Please, government, if you want to increase fare, the salaries of employees, it should be something that will encourage them, not something that will discourage them. Goodness. Why? Because of this. And as I said, transport alone. Because see, as it stands now, Ghana, we don't have a fixed transport. We don't have a fixed payment for transport. Today, when the driver is in a good mood, he will take you 5 cities. The day he's not in a good mood, he's taking 6 cities. He's taking 7 cities. And sometimes you're supposed to take like 3-4 vehicles before you get to where you work. And you're supposed to take like 3-4 vehicles back home. And you're supposed to cater for certain things. And here lies the case. Our only means of transportation is by vehicle. The craft, how much do you pay? Do you get paid at the end of the month before you sit in your home and tell me that you're using aircraft to your workplace? How much? Train and juma. And even some of the vehicles we have on our road, they are bad. But when anything, that is where we find ourselves. So to the government, please, we are pleading with you. Hey, I heard you. God, I heard This is something very, very serious we need to look at. Especially rent. Please, rent. Especially rent. Where you lay your head, what you eat, how you get to your workplace. These things are really killing people. The year is going to an end and people are already thinking how they're going to get 5,000, how they're going to get 6,000 to pay for their rent, because he is not ready to listen to you. What he wants is his money. That is what they want. Please, and since it's a give and take something, please, we are begging you. If you want to increase salaries of employees, it should be encouraging. And the tariff and water tariff and electricity tariff, please, we are begging you. 2026, we want to start the year on a good note, not with paying huge sums of money.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.